Hi, I'm Jocelyn White with John Zazelka, and we're here at home in the hills of Kingswood. John, good to see you.
Great to see you, Jocelyn.
Now tell me, how has this on again, off again, spring, winter, every kind of weather affected what's going on at the hills of Kingswood?
Well, it's been one of those strange years, Jocelyn. You know, the weather plays such a big role in our business, and especially before you get the homes under roof. And luckily, we've got a number of our fabulous homes that our people have customized under roof, so it hasn't slowed us down too badly. Now we are putting in phase 3A, and it slows down a little, but it's going to be wonderful, and we'll probably talk about that in more detail next month.
Okay, and right now let's find out what is going on at the hills with the 360. Here's John.
Well, our 360, Jocelyn, this month is pretty exciting because we have so many of our custom builders with their houses at the point where it's starting to make my dream come true. My dream, if I might digress a little, is going back about 20 years when I first saw this property that was so unusual. It took about 10 years to acquire it, and we've now been doing the first phases for the last almost 10 years, and it's turning out just as well or better than I imagined. And we have so many great custom builders and so many great private homeowners that have purchased their lots, hired their architects, and built something really special. And Sharon Webb, who is always on site, she is just phenomenal. I would stress that all of you, please go see Sharon Webb at the Gatehouse. And she can fill you in detail who our custom builders are, how they can help you, what style of home you want it to build, what type of lot you want it to end up having, and the views. You know, we have a 60-foot elevation change on this property that's highly unusual for any property that I've seen in the area in all the years that I've been developing here in Dallas. I'm very excited to have this as the premier project in our portfolio. Now, Ron Davis, you have to go and see his home. His home now is almost complete, and it is turning out to be a spectacular home. Now he has, if you remember, we talked about a safe room, which I think is very, very much a wave of the future. And his safe room has now been installed in the garage area, and thanks to the folks at Lone Star Safe Rooms. And another one of our show homes at the hills of Kingswood is Reynolds Signature Homes. And here to talk about it is Shelley Reynolds.
Thanks, John. Yes, we are well underway. Green is a beautiful color. We have the zip wall installed from Advanitech. The HVAC guys are here doing the duct work. The electricians are wiring the house, getting ready for Randy and all of his guys at Audio Video Innovations to come in and do the pre-wire for the electronics.
Awesome job, Shelley, and hopefully next month we'll be able to show, certainly we can talk about it right now, Pool Stop, which is starting construction on this fabulous pool they designed for the back of this special home. And that is our 360 for this month.
One of the things I'm really excited about this month is the fact that these are really big homes, and if you're moving from top to bottom, you don't always want to have to walk, particularly if you've got a lot of things in your hands. So guess what? D&D Elevators has the answer. These guys can take it from the ground up, or they can retrofit an elevator just to your specifications.
My business partner and I, Donald Monsieur, we have about 20 years combined in the elevator industry. We had worked together previously. In December of last year, we decided, why don't we do this thing together? D&D Elevators does everything from new installation. We also retrofit elevators, both residential, commercial. We do roped hydraulic, machine roomless. We also do pitless for people that can't get the recess in the slab. We also maintain, repair, service, and we also can do commercial elevators, as well as dumbwaiters, stair chairs, platform lifts, any type of accessibility lift we can do.
You know, kind of give you a rundown on how D&D actually does things. Office gives the contractor a proposal, and what we do is we come out, we get a takeoff on it, which basically I come out, I measure, I get a rough measurement of just the framing, meet with the framers so that way we could get the 2x12 backing in place in the right direction. I come out, I mark it on the things where that needs to be at. I also try to meet with the electricians so this way we can make sure that they have all the electrical requirements that we need in the right spots. We send that to the manufacturer. They send us a set of preliminary drawings, and once we get the preliminary drawings, I come back out and re-verify that everything that the manufacturer has, because every one of these elevators is built custom to fit in the shaft that we have.
In a house like this, it's already been planned for an elevator. And so there's other houses all along the DFW Metroplex where there be maybe stacked closets, or there may be a different space, a second set of staircase sometimes, or a space outside where you can actually build an elevator shaft and retrofit an elevator. If you also have the stacked closets, like if it's not prepared for an elevator, one thing you could do is actually put it on the exterior. You could take out a back set of staircases, or you could find another space. Sometimes one of the things we did recently was take a spot out of a third car garage. It's something to where you can just get anywhere up to 15 square feet to maximize and put an elevator shaft anywhere.
When we put an elevator on a maintenance program, what I like to do, we have a state inspector come out. He inspects the elevator for safety, make sure that everything is working properly, make sure that it was installed correctly, and then he gives us the green tag on it. And then once that's done, we come out semi-annually or quarterly. We don't want anyone to come in and try to work on their own elevator.
We at D&D Elevators are extremely excited to be the elevator provider for Reynolds Signature Homes and doing the elevator here at the show home in the hills of Kingwood.
We're going to be installing a Wapaka roped hydraulic. It's going to be a 950 pound capacity. It's going to go 40 foot a minute. Basically, it's going to be 25 foot of travel. We're going to have 10 foot of overhead, so they're going to get an 8-foot cab. Basically, all the upgrades. They're going to get a preferred aluminum gate. We're going to do an automatic gate operator on it. There's going to be a hands-free phone that's going to be installed in it, so there will be two-way communications from if someone's inside the elevator. They can even order pizza from inside the elevator if they wanted to. There's a crawl space, so that's going to be just enough height so we could get the tank unit and the hydraulic pump unit and controller down there. So this way, the homeowners don't hear the vibration or anything like that. There'll be basically virtually no noise coming from this unit at all.
We at D&D Elevators like to be here for the life of the elevator. So we like to be here from installation through the life of the elevator, from where we always give everybody a 2-year warranty. Most other people don't do that. And so we also like to offer what we call either a semi-annual contract or a quarterly maintenance agreement, where we come out 2 to 4 times a year and make sure that the elevator is taken care of the way it should be. If you have a manufacturer of a residential elevator that's gone out of business, such as the Elevator Company, Otis at Home, Concord, Conquest, National Wheel Elevator, we can repair and get parts for all of those different types of elevators. So if you give us a shot, we won't let you down. At D&D Elevator, we couldn't be more excited to be working with Reynolds Signature Home at their show home in the hills of Kingwood.
Good job, David and Donald, D&D Elevators. One other thing, he mentioned it, but I want to reiterate. They do service on elevators, and not just on their own, other people's too. Well, that's it for us today here at the hills of Kingwood. John, anything you want to add? What are we talking about next month?
Well, thank you so much, Jocelyn. Next month, we'll be getting into our 9 custom builders that are actually doing we call phase 3A. And these will all be very special custom homes.
Great. Well, that's it for us. We're at home here in the hills of Kingwood. We think you should be too. Thanks a lot, John.
Thank you.
Are you ready to start building the home of your dreams in the hills of Kingwood? For more information on builders, vendors, and more, go to hillsofkingswood.com or contact Sharon Webb for your own private tour through the hills of Kingwood. Call 214-212-2004. She'll meet you at the gate.